What it do, my friends and fellow freestyle flyers. Matt Bale FPV here, coming at you from the car on this beautiful, beautiful day. I've just taken my last final exam. I've got one more paper to write and the semester is over. Summer is here, everything is green. It's absolutely wonderful. And so I am here coming at you today from the car on my way to probably my favorite spot of all time. I figured it's a beautiful day. I've got these beautiful flying quads. Let's go to a beautiful spot and get a beautiful rip. So I'm headed now to the church. You guys may remember it. I went there on the last day I got a new GoPro from somebody on Craigslist, and I don't know, it's just a great spot. So I'm really excited to go out there. I've got two working quads, which there is quite the story associated with the budget build. I'll get to that when we get to the church and stuff. We'll basically close the book on that budget build. You know, we tried. that's about the end of it with that. But as you may have seen in my last video, I have actually taken the sorry, I was about to miss the turn. I've actually taken the Revolt out of the Frog, the Flight 1 board, and I've dropped it into my steel build. And I must say, without a doubt, it is the best quad I've ever flown. It's I don't words just can't do it justice. Did I really just say that? Words can't do it justice. It's amazing. I guess what it is now that it's got those SpeedX GS35s, those are the BL Heli 32-bit ESCs. It's running 32-bit ESCs combined with a 32 kilohertz sampling or gyro rate. I'm not really sure what that is, to be honest with you, but it's running 32 kilohertz of it, whatever it is, and it's amazing. So I'm really excited to get out to the spot and get these guys in the air and just have a great day of ripping. So let's get over there. I've managed to find some shade here at the spot. It is about 87 degrees today, which is a little warm for my blood, but it's very nice. Let's go ahead and, before we get ripping, give the old budget build a little bit of grilling and see what went wrong and see where we're at now. Let's see where we're going and where we've been. I'll see you there. All right. Here she is, the budget build from before. Honestly, oh gross, grease and weird charred, ew. All right, so basically, as you might be able to tell, she's different again. She's a lot bluer. She's got those Hyperlite motors, the 2206, 2600 kV Hyperlite motors. I actually bought them from ASEP. His name is Sunda Chaos FPV on YouTube if you want to check him out. He's a bit of a racer and a freestyler. He's actually a really good racer. He came in second place up at the track at Gateway Hobbies not too long ago. But I got a set of motors from him, and I had just tons of issues with him. I'll tell you just a little bit about it real quick. So this is essentially what the powertrain looks like on this guy. It's got the Hyperlite 2206 2600 kV with Emax Bullet 30 amp ESCs running on here all the way around, except for some of them are the newer kind of naked bottom design. So because I had to order some, I had some issues with this ESC. Actually, I don't know what's wrong with it. It appears fine, but for some reason it, oh wait, hold on, can you see it? Oh, look at that. Yeah, burnt out my motor. Not sure what happened. I just armed it and it was like boom, like a big puff of smoke. So I've since put a new ESC and new motor on it. Seems fine. Also had this one break on me. As you can see, the old shaft has sheared off. That is something that actually used to happen on my, I don't know if I have any over here. I do not. That used to happen on my Eachine stock motors. There's my old motor box. Oh man. But yeah, as you can see, any motors that have a separate shaft, like the slightly more expensive cousin of the Hyperlite, the brother hobby, Deadpools, they're not all one piece of aluminum kind of motor shaft going on. So, and yeah, so that's about my experience with the motors. I haven't flown them yet. This will be my first flight of the Hyperlights, so we're about to find out how they perform. So far they are not crazy durable on the bench, I will say that. We're still running the CADX camera and the frame. That's about the only two things that are still a budget on this build. I mean, you could consider the Hyperlite motors budget. They're budget oriented, but they're still like 20 bucks. I mean, for $5 more you could get their cousin's brother hobby, I might have mentioned, and that's far more durable than these Hyperlights seem to be. But we'll see about flight characteristics here in just a second. Yeah, the frame, I was thoroughly impressed with the Frog. I really liked it. I really like the looks of it. I really like the flight characteristics. She just needs a good flight controller. Since I did throw the Revolt on the steel build, like I mentioned, this is now running that all-in-one Matec F405 CTR that was in the steel build, and it's running my same PIDs as the steel build, and the steel build was going really well as far as smoothness and the PIDs, so I'm hoping this is going to fly just as well as that. So in summation, trying to make this quick since I know that this budget build series thing has been going on way too long now. Don't do it. Don't try to build a budget build. Just spend the extra money here and there. You know, $5 extra on motors will get you good motors, you know, blah blah blah. You can cheap out on the frame. If you want to get a Transtech Frog frame like for 25 bucks and build some quality stuff on that, I would recommend that. This frame seems to hold up really well. Everything else, not so much. I mean, I am going to replace this camera at first opportunity. I mean, it's workable, serviceable, whatever you want to say, but it's not good. It's not fun to use. If it's sunset, you don't see anything, blah blah blah. You know the issues with cheap cameras. Anyway, so budget build should fly pretty well now. No longer a budget build by any means. You know, we're pushing 300 bucks or more on it now, but that's the way she goes. You can't go cheap in this hobby. I'm sorry. I wish you could. Maybe you can. You know, I'm not gonna totally say you can't, because maybe there is some combination of parts for 150 bucks that are all, you know, of amazing quality somehow and won't break, and it's a tank and it flies great, but it's not this. So if you're gonna build a budget build, don't build this one. Look at my steel build or my Deadpool build and build those instead. Those are great. Those have served me really well. They're durable, they're amazing. So yeah, that's that. Let's get ripping. All right, gonna try out the Frog first. It is a little windy. Chances of getting stuck in a tree, I'd say 85%. right, take two. For whatever reason, my VTX, the first time I tried this, decided to just go out midair for no reason. Don't know why. Really hope it doesn't happen again. But here is the actual, I guess more or less, maiden flight of the Frog with the Matek F405 CTR. Alright, third time's a charm. Well, I'd say that little dude's flying well right about now. I mean, man, yeah, that was really good. I'm really happy with it. I guess I'll rip a few more packs on this, maybe do some stuff with the steel build, but I'll probably only include the steel stuff. I mean, you know, I'll have plenty of opportunities to rip with this. This was more about just kind of testing it, but I'm really happy with it now. It flies like just as well as my other two, so woo! All right, y'all, catch you later, and enjoy the flying. Thanks for watching. Peace. Bet you thought I was gone, right? Well, if you're watching this, that means I'm not gone. And it means that I got some awesome footage with the Frog, because unfortunately, on a very hard crash, I kind of ripped out my antenna, the whole video train transmitter part just kind of whoo, right out of there. So I do have stuff I could replace it with, but I'd rather fly this and mourn the loss of my favorite Pagoda, which is still out there somewhere. It was a Chaos RC Pagoda given to me by Son to Chaos FPV. and it was amazing. You can actually find them. I had a hard time finding them. You can actually find them at Pyroflip RC. They are the most durable pagodas I have ever seen. It's like a pagoda, but with a 3D printed armor around the entire thing. Anyway, since you're watching this, that means I got some pretty cool footage with this thing, so this flying should be dope. Awesome. Stay tuned for this edit, I guess. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.
Vaughn, the traveling vaudeville villain. You don't give a flying fuck who ain't not feeling them. Watch what you're dealing them. Ace King Death card. Strong arm the wrong man. Pardon the left guard. Get money and earn it. That everything you touch turn shit. Got much to learn, kid. Write it up, burn shit. Light it up like the Dutch when the hash melt. Only time they see him when they meet him with the cash belt. Ay caramba, now that's my number. One dry summer, as far as I remember, burnt out. We're getting every edgy penny. Then he hit him straight to the head like Reggie Denny. Call him back when you need some more yak, horse yak. Doing 80 down the Van Wick on horseback. Your man sick, but he wrecked tracks, puto. Get back to bro, exactamundo. Viktor the director flip a script like Rob Reiner. The way a lot of dudes rhyme, their name should be Knob Shiner. For a buck, they likely dance the jiggle, do the hucklebuck. To Vic, it's no big deal, they just a bunch of knuckle fucks. You wonder how well would they hold up in the holding cell. It sorta has the strange makings of a tale told in hell. Like, oh well, whole tour riches. If the feds is really after them, they just told all the snitches. On borrowed time rhymes, gassed by the silver screen. They act like they monkey ass, get healed back like Wolverine. Mellow out what y'all bellow out, y'all yellow mouth. What happened to the type of spit that used to help a fellow out? No doubt, leave a rapper in a body cast. I wonder what he was doing while we was in karate class. Snotty ass, it's really like he was a white belt. Right before he night-night, ask him how the light felt. Wouldn't take their tape if they gave it free. Maybe it's me, maybe it's V. Throw down the key, y'all know how shit be. In the naked city, rappers is so giddy. That's no ditty, born so witty. The way he take no prisoners and show no pity. It's how son became a big man from a black boy. To name names, a really big fan of Dan Aykroyd. He feel they need to give him his own dance. This is only chance to shoot the gift like a lone glance. Or like a beef scene that leave the ooey smoking. Or between Hoto sinking and Nanto sweet choking.